Hello, welcome to my next flute video. So today we're going to be going over song number 23 in the Essential Elements book. That song is called March Steps. So like I mentioned in the clarinet video, trumpet video, everything that I'm posting right now, we seem to have hit a point in the year where we were making really good progress, but 23 is kind of giving us a little bit of trouble. So we need to spend a little extra time working on this one, going through all the notes, the rhythms, and just playing it through a couple times so you feel a little more comfortable playing on your own. Okay, so on number 23, we're gonna use all 5 of the notes we know so far. We're also gonna use all 3 of the different rhythms that we know so far. So we're gonna use quarter notes, half notes, and whole notes. We don't really have as many rests in this song. We do have 1 quarter rest at the very end of the song, but that's the only one. One of the other things we have to take into account is the breath marks that the song, it's suggesting that we breathe in certain places during the song. So we do have to look at that, make sure we're breathing at the right time, and we're not taking too long to do it, okay? So let's start looking at some of the notes. If you notice, 23 is the first song in your book where we have a key signature. Instead of writing, for example, instead of writing the flat symbol in front of every single B in this song, it does a shortcut. And on the side, right after the treble clef symbol, it just draws a flat symbol on the B line, where B is normally, and a flat symbol on the space where E is usually. And all that does is just saves us some time. Every single B in this song is going to be flat, like always, and every single E is going to be flat in this song, like always. Okay, so it's just another way of writing it. Instead of writing the flat symbol in front of every single time you have a B, and a flat symbol in front of every single time you have an E. Okay, just keep in mind, eventually one day we will have a B natural, which means it's not flat, and an E natural, which means it's not flat. But we'll get there when we get there. Don't worry about that yet, okay? All right, so the first note of 23 is B flat. As we know from the key signature, it's always gonna be flat. B flat, okay, and then we go up to D, B flat, D, and then C, okay? If you're confused on how I came to that conclusion, please go back to page 6 and just look at the notes and review in the big yellow box. Make sure you can identify the notes on the staff and be able to tell which note is which just from where it's located on the staff. Okay, so to review, we have B flat, D, B flat, D, C. Okay, that's the first 2 measures. Next we have E flat, D, C, E flat, D. Okay, so we're gonna do those 4 measures in 2 separate sections. So just measure 1 and 2 to start. And we start on B flat, and then D, B flat, D, C. Okay, so we gotta make sure you're moving your fingers and you're moving them quickly. Okay, let's just start with that much on B flat. So thumb, pointer, pointer, and pinky. B flat, and then we'll go up to D. Okay, that's thumb, middle, ring, pointer, middle, ring, no pinky. Okay, all right, ready? B, D, B, D, C, 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, rewind that if you need to, play it a couple times. You can do it even slower than me if you need to. Okay, all right, next 2 measures, measure 3 and measure 4. They start on E flat, D. Remember, all you gotta change to get from E flat to D is just let go of your pinky. So E flat, D, C, E flat, D. Okay, just measures 3 and 4. Ready? 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, those whole notes are going to be a little tricky on the flute because we have to make sure we're reserving enough air to get through that whole note, but we don't want to run out of air before that whole note should be up, because otherwise then it's just a half note or just a quarter note. But this, it's got to be 4 counts, it's got to be a whole note. So moving on, measure 5 and 6. Now we have D, and then we go up to F, D, F, E, D, C. Okay, so that's also a trickier section. Let's just start with D, F, D, F, just that part. Okay, ready? 1, 2, 3, 4. measure 6, E flat, D, C. Ready? Starting on E flat. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so now let's do 5 and 6 put together, starting on D, F, D, F. Ready? 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, and then the last 2 measures we have the first 5 notes that you learned just in descending order from highest to lowest. So we have F, E flat, D, C, B flat, and then a quarter rest on the very end. Okay. All right, let's try the last 2 measures, starting on F and walking our way down slowly. Ready? 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, and so that's the last portion of the song. So what we're gonna do really quick is we're gonna do measure 5, 6, 7, and 8. So the last half of the song, do that, and then we're gonna do the whole song all the way through. Okay, all right, so measure 5, 6, 7, and 8, starting on D, F, D, F. Ready? 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so now we're gonna do the whole thing. If you need to do any section of that at all over again, please rewind or try it on your own, and then jump back in, and we're gonna play it all together right now. So from the top, measure 1 all the way to measure 8, starting on B flat. Ready? 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, and that's the whole song. So if you need to do any of that over again, rewind, do it as many times as you need to until you feel comfortable on it. So hopefully that made you feel a little bit better. Practice it, give it a try, and let me know if you have any questions or if there's any other videos you'd like me to make in the future. So good luck, and let me know how it goes.